Now, Ian Wallace is a professional dream psychologist and author. He's analysed over 100,000 dreams throughout his career and says exploring our dreams is the most powerful way to understand what we want out of life, Steve, and how we can achieve it. How's that?
That's true the new, Steve.
That was quite good, didn't you, Tim?
No, not really.
That's quite good.
That's the worst one you've ever done.
Oh, really?
I'm sorry, Ian, about that.
Okay. Have you had any good dreams recently, Tim?
I had a good one the other night, actually. Yeah, I was on the river and I was following a pleasure steamer down the river. I was in like a small rubber dinghy with an outboard motor, and then I was trying to get out and it started to sink, and then I was trying to look for my computer, my laptop, which I thought I had with me, and then it wasn't with me, and the boat...
All right, that's enough. What does that say?
So anytime you dream about a river, Tim, you're dreaming about your emotions and feelings. It's about your emotional flow.
That's what worried me.
So there's something in your waking life that you're feeling quite emotional about and you're desperate to achieve a goal, and it does involve something to do with technology.
That is spot on, but we won't go into any more details.
No,
What about you? Any good dreams, Steve?
Just the water one that I get frequently, where water level is rising too high and I'm trying to find my way around London in particular. Then I come to a slope and all I can see is high water.
So that's a classic dream, Steve, and it's all about your emotional relationships with the people around you and how you're looking at those and seeing how...
It's the same as his, almost.
Well, you're using them to your advantage, whereas Tim is trying to sort out a problem in his waking life.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yes.
And then I can't find my way home.
So that's about deciding who you really want to be in life, if you haven't decided yet, which you may well have done.
That's interesting. Here's John Kitchington in Haywards Heath. How are you, John?
Very well, thanks, Steve.
Very good. Tell us about your dream. Ian is listening.
Right, my dream is when I was a nipper, probably 8 or 9, I would be on the lower deck of a double-decker bus. It was dark and it was raining, a miserable November evening, and going home from Haywards Heath to Arding Line, the bus would get faster and faster and faster, making me more and more frightened until in the end I woke up. I used to get this dream a lot at that time, when at 8 or 9 or 10, and it's still with me to this day.
It's a runaway bus.
A runaway bus. Well, it's not so much a runaway bus, it's just that the driver is driving faster and faster.
And you're in your late 60s, aren't you?
Well, yeah, I've just turned 70.
Oh, okay. And this goes back to when you were 7 or 8?
Indeed.
My goodness. Okay, what are you saying?
Hi, John. So we can often have dreams throughout our lives that just recur and recur again. A bus symbolises a situation where you feel you have to head in the same direction as everyone else to achieve an ambition. So at 7 or 8, when you're a nipper, you're probably going up to big school and you feel that you have to fit in. But what you really want to do, John, is to be independent. So here's a thing to do, John. Rather than feeling it's all happening to you, take action next time you have this dream. So when you're having the dream, imagine that you're in the driver's seat, John, and you can choose your direction and the speed you want to
You're
go
in
at.
control. Yeah.
Exactly.
Excellent.
Give that a go.
I certainly will.
Thanks for being on.
Many thanks.
See ya.
Bye.
Email from Rhiannon Wilson. Ian, I dreamt that I was participating in a race, which I eventually came first in. The finishing mark was a bus stop, but instead of a bus stop sign, here we go again, there was a notice board that I had to write my name on to prove I'd won. However, when I went to write my name, there was no pen, which meant I had no proof, and the whole race was a complete waste of time, etc., etc.
Okay, in Rhiannon's dream, a race symbolises a course of action with a valuable outcome. She's doing it with other people, so it's maybe like a university course or a college course. The notice represents an acknowledgement of Rhiannon's talents, and the pen is her individual identification with her achievements. She may feel that the course or experience has no individual value for her or any personal meaning, and she's looking for other opportunities.
Okay.
How interesting.
Yeah.
This is from Steve Ingham, who says, "Hi Ian, I recently had a dream where I was walking down the street. I stumbled slightly and hit my head. I then felt my head and realised it was made of glass and had a crack in it."
Well, the head was made of glass.
Yes. He says, "That didn't surprise me, but I did feel slightly worried, as you would. Eventually, I found myself in a room with lots of people talking and drinking and smoking. I asked one man, 'Does my head look okay?' And he said, 'Sure, it's just like everybody else's.'
Does my head look okay in this?
I then woke up, except it's made of glass. I woke up feeling calm, but I remember being distressed during the dream. What does it all mean?"
Oh, this seems pretty transparent to me.
Well, that's exactly it, Steve. You are the dream man. That's
Oh,
brilliant.
no,
Yes,
I don't believe you, really.
Yeah, so this is a fantastic dream from Steve Ingham. So a stumble is an unexpected opportunity, and when he strikes his head, he's been struck with an idea, quite literally. The crack symbolises an opportunity unexpectedly opening up, and his glass head is suddenly everything becoming clear to him, a clarity and transparency of thought. So he's worried these thoughts will be open to everyone because his head is made of glass. And this sudden insight has happened inside, although he looks the same on the outside. So he needs to use this clarity of thought to take action with his surprising idea.
Sounds like a great character for the new Doctor Who series, I'm thinking, with the new guy.
Glasshead?
Yeah, Mr. Glasshead. It's Mr. Glasshead.
With a crack in it.
Quick, get away.
He's not distressed, though.
I was just in the TARDIS getting away there. Did you hear that? We'll be back with more Ian doing the dreams in just a mo. Stay there.
I belong to you.
We're back with Ian Wallace, the dream guy. When I say the dream guy, well, I mean, he might be a dream guy, as it were, you know, in that way. But he's a dream expert. He analyses dreams. We're going to go to Lauren Murphy in Saffron Walden in Essex. Lauren, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you, Steve. How are you?
Yeah, we're all very good. Thank you very much. Good evening. Now, you got two very spoilt black fluffy cats.
I have indeed.
Right.
Jasmine and Matilda.
Are they in your dream that you're going to tell us about?
They are indeed. As I said, they're very, very spoiled. I love them to pieces. And in my dream, my husband came home from work and said that they couldn't live with us anymore. And he made us take them to like a hospital, and I had to put them in a big cage, and I had to walk away and leave them. And as I woke up, I was actually crying as well, which is quite unusual. So I just wondered what it meant.
Can I just ask you something personally? Does your husband, does he give the cats any tuna? Or does he open the cat meat and feed them? Does he look after them himself?
He is known to give them quite a lot of treats, it has to be said, more so than me.
So he likes the cats?
He
loves
loves
the cats?
just as much as I do.
All right, well, what are you saying?
Hi, Lauren.
Hi.
So the character of your husband in your dream is not your real husband in waking life. The
Absolutely not, no.
Right. So the characters that we create in our dreams, Lauren, reflect our own unconscious characteristics. So your husband symbolises your assertive and confident self, and the cats represent your freedom and independence, just being comfortable in your own skin and with your own creativity. So having to put them in a cage at the hospital means that you need to use your talents in a structured and healthy way in waking life so you can get to a healthy outcome. So it might be there's some opportunity coming up for you where you need to take a more structured and disciplined approach, and you might feel you might have to give something up, but you don't. You just have to use your talents and structure them.
So in other words, Lauren, this is nothing really to do with the cats. The cats are just symbols.
The cats are just symbols of independence and freedom.
And they're going to be fine.
They'll be absolutely fine. They'll be purring away.
I just told you it's nothing to do with the cats. I just told you that.
Is her husband going to be okay?
He'll
Yeah,
be fine.
I hope so.
Yeah,
I hope so. I
he'll
was
be
quite
fine.
cross with him for the whole next day.
It's nothing to do with the cats, Lauren. It's their symbols.
They're symbols.
Yeah.
I'll remember that.
Yeah, remember that. Thank you. See you later. Ta-da.
Thank you.
Thanks a
Bye-bye.
lot.
Bye-bye.
Give our love to everybody in Saffron Walden. Email from Jane in Somerset that Tim's got.
She says, Dear Ian, I have a repeated dream of needing to go to the toilet. I search everywhere in my dream and it takes ages to find one, but when I do, it's always exposed, either with walls and no door, or it's out in the open where everyone can see me. Consequently, I never actually use the toilet because I can't bring myself to go in public. I've been having this dream for a few years now. Please, she says, tell me what it means.
Do we need rubber sheets or not?
No, I think we're okay.
Okay.
It's all symbolic.
Okay.
Yes, it's all symbolic, Tim. This is the third most common dream that people have.
Is it?
Is it really?
Yes, it is, yeah. And it's all about Jane looking after her own needs. So when she's searching for a toilet, she's searching for how to tell someone what she really needs. And being exposed in the dream symbolises that she needs to set some boundaries to stop people taking advantage of her good nature. And the best way to set a boundary, as we know, is to use the word no, so she can look after her own needs, and that will help her look after the needs of other people.
Okay, last one here. It's from Paul Hood in Chesterless Street. Dear Ian, Tim and Steve, in my dream, I'm out at my local golf course looking for golf balls. Oh, you'll relate to this. In long grass. Oh, you'll definitely relate to this, Tim. In the rough. This guy's in the rough all the time, just like yourself.
Sounds like a nightmare, not a dream.
Yeah, absolutely. I stumble across one, then another, until I'm suddenly overwhelmed with balls. I wake up feeling like I need to go back with the carrier bags and collect them all. So he's out on the local golf course looking for golf balls in the long grass. What do you say?
Yeah, so in Paul's dream, the long grass symbolises areas of natural growth and talent. And the golf balls are opportunities that he can drive forward with. particular ambitions that he can connect with. So what Paul's realising that he has lots of opportunities out there in waking life if he takes time to look for them. And rather than just collecting them and thinking about them, he needs to choose a goal and start hitting these opportunities.
But that's interesting that he says, I need to go back for them and collect them. Are these opportunities that he's missed?
There are opportunities that are coming up, and he's just trying to get a bigger awareness of all these
So
opportunities.
it's a good dream then?
Yeah, he needs just to take a chance and see where it goes.
Really interesting. Ian Wallace is a professional dream psychologist and author. He's analysed over 100,000 dreams, probably more since being on this show. And he'll be back in a few weeks' time, certainly before Christmas. Ian Wallace, thank you very much, Ian.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Tim.